Sunil, you can continue.
Yes. Hi guys. My name is Jason Kumar. Uh, in this part 2 video, I am going to cover the Jenkins installation items and the Jenkins CI/CD, how to create a sample Maven Jenkins job and execute the Maven job, Maven Jenkins job, and view the earlier results, earlier report. And also we'll be executing, creating a sample Java Jenkins job and executing the Jenkins job and view the results. So this is the complete Jenkins installation from the start. From like we are going to download the Jenkins war file, start the Jenkins server, and then we are going to complete the installation, creation of username, password, installation of the required plugins, and then we are going to set up the global tools configuration, and then we'll be proceeding with the creation of sample Maven Jenkins job, and we will be executing the Maven Jenkins job, and then we'll be viewing the earlier reports, and also we'll be creating a sample Java Jenkins job and executing that Jenkins job and viewing the results, view the results. So this complete installation and execution of Maven Jenkins and Java Jenkins job, guys. So let me first start with the Jenkins war file. So in the training session, I will be providing with these documents. So here, if you see, these are the documents for Jenkins. One is for Maven project execution, Jenkins installation and Maven project execution. Another is Cucumber Java project execution. And then I have provided the Cucumber CMD, the Selenium Jenkins earlier. This is the sample Maven project which we are going to execute in Jenkins. And this is the Jenkins zip file case. So these three zip files and these two documents are what we are going to cover for today. Let me open that Maven project setup. So first let's complete the Jenkins installation and uh, setup of a sample Maven Jenkins job. So the first part to install Jenkins, we have to go to the Jenkins website, guys. That is https jenkins.io. Just go to the jenkins.io. So here, as you can see, you can click the download button. So there will be a download here. So you can click the download, and then once you click the download, you can scroll down, and there will be generic Java package case. So the generic Java package, that is .war file. So this is the war file which we need to download. So you have to click this generic Java package, and once you click the generic Java package, the Jenkins.war file is downloaded. It is around 60 MB. Takes around a minute to download. So I've already downloaded for you. Let me open the downloader, and also I have given the Jenkins zip file. Also, you can unzip it. You can see the contents of the zip file. Here also I have provided the um, Jenkins.war file, and then I additionally have provided you the batch files so that it's easier for you to start the Jenkins war file and to launch the Jenkins URL. Otherwise, you have to type these commands in the command line. So this package, Jenkins package, I have given you. Just unzip it and put it in C column. So the only thing is we have to unzip it and put it in C column. Always, as I told you before, uh, Jenkins, Selenium, Selenium Grid, everything you have to put it in a dedicated folder in C column, and then don't disturb it for 2 years, 5 years. So every time use it from the same folder. So that is the in that way you are able to easily configure projects and easily start the Jenkins and so on. So here I have put a dedicated folder in C column called Jenkins. In this Jenkins, as I told you, we have downloaded the Jenkins.war file, as you saw here. That Jenkins.war file is what is present here. You can even copy the newly downloaded Jenkins.war file and paste it here. So the first step is ready. We have downloaded the Jenkins.war file as per our plan. So downloaded the Jenkins.war file. Now let's see how to start this Jenkins.war file. So Jenkins.war file, because Jenkins is a server. So first, in order to start the Jenkins URL, we need to first start the Jenkins server, and to start the Jenkins server, we require the Jenkins.war file. So let's see how to start the Jenkins case. So once I have given this batch file, which is very simple, like it will just go to C:\C Jenkins and Java -jar Jenkins.war. So it's a simple command line code. I just put it in batch file. This is using Java. We are going to start the Jenkins.war file. As we saw in the part 1 video, part A video, part 1 video, I told you how to install Java and how to verify that Java is present in your system. And only after installation of Java, you can start the Jenkins. Jenkins requires Java to start the Jenkins server. So here I am starting with the default port 80. If you want to change the port, you can add here additional command HTTP port, and then you can put a different port if the port is not available. That you can Google and find out case. So it's just one HTTP port, and then you add the newer port. For now it is going to run as the default port 80. So I'm just going to double click this and see if you can clear it has executed java-jar Jenkins.war file. And note here, guys, you have to put it in C:\Jenkins exact folder, because that's the advantage of batch files. Keep it in one dedicated folder and create batch file, so that you start a Jenkins server. It's not going to search where the Jenkins.war file is. It's going to the war file is present at one steady location, and then it's going to start the Jenkins this batch file. You need not type command also. Just a double click the start Jenkins, and it will start the Jenkins for you. So here the Jenkins is started for us. So let me start freshly once more. I just closed any previous instances. That's the reason why it didn't detect. So otherwise, it's very simple, guys. Java-jar Jenkins.war file. You can just keep this in C:\Jenkins and put the Jenkins.war file downloaded here, and you can double click the start Jenkins, and it will start in port 80. It will take 1-2 minutes to load all the plugins and get the server up and running. We can wait for some 2 minutes. In the meantime, I'm going to show you the next steps. So this is the document, the complete document from scratch. Like you can recheck this video and also go through this document where I've given screenshots of every page action from downloading and how to proceed. So here in the screenshot, as I told you, we have downloaded the Jenkins, and then we have we have downloaded the Jenkins, and we are putting in a C:\Jenkins, and then here I have also provided another way of installation, that is Jenkins IO.download. Instead of generic Java work package, you can click Windows also. This is the alternate. It downloads a Jenkins.msi, which if you install, it will install Jenkins also. So there are two types. The safest way is to download the Jenkins.war file and start through the batch file, that is java-jar Jenkins.war. So in that way, we have control of the server also. Now let's go to the localhost colon 8080. As I told you, it's running in 8080. So once we enter, So it says it started all the plugins, and then so you should get this message, guys. Jenkins is fully up and running. Otherwise, you can close the bat file and restart the bat file. Okay. So this is the message you have to get. Jenkins is fully up and running. So only when you get this message, then you can go to your browser, and then you can say you can go to your browser and you can type localhost and 8080. Now it will come. So for me, it is all pre-installed. So directly it came to it's asking my username and password. But the first time when you launch the HTTP localhost after starting the server. Again, guys, I have started the server. Jenkins is fully up and running. So now if I go to my browser and type HTTP localhost 8080, I will get this first screen, that is unlock Jenkins. So unlock Jenkins. This is the, so here localhost 8080, you will get login form. Here it's very simple. It just we have to unlock the Jenkins using the password. You have to go to this location, C colon program files, Jenkins secret initial admin password. Let's go to the location, C colon program files, Jenkins. Currently this is empty, but you will have the secret and initial admin password, and in that there will be a password. You have to copy. It is a file, notepad file. You have to copy that password and paste the admin password and click continue. And I have showed you screenshots here. Program file Jenkins secret. This is the initial admin password. Open the password. There will be this string, password string, alphanumeric string. Copy that and paste it here. And then the next page you will get is customize Jenkins. Install suggested plugins. So you have to click install suggested plugins, guys. So I would recommend you to install 3 plugins, or you don't even need to install any plugins. If there is any skip option, you can say skip. There will be a skip plugin installed. You can skip it and come to the main screen. So that's it. So once you like here I have showed you to select plugins to install, but you need not install the plugin. You can say skip plugin installation, and then this page will come, guys. So where you have to create your username, password, and confirm password, and your full name and email address. So this carefully select your username and password, and then confirm that password. Enter your full name and email address, and save and continue. So once you create this admin username and password, our step is over. Then one more final page will come saying that confirm your local host and port. So the local host and port 8080, we can keep it default, and then we can say save and finish, guys. Once you save and finish, it will say start using Jenkins. If you can click that, then you get this page what I have this now. So once you click save and finish, start Jenkins, you will come to this page where whatever username and password you created, that admin username and password, that you have to enter here, and then you have to say sign in, guys. It's very simple. Jenkins, I have given that step by step in the document, and also you can rewind this video and see, and then get fluent with the Jenkins installation. Once you are fluent with Jenkins installation, you can play with the Jenkins job. You can create 50, 60 Jenkins job, very varieties, pipelines. You can add plugins, Allure plugins. You can add extend report plugins, Cucumber report plugins, various types of jobs, Maven jobs, Java jobs, and so on. So even yesterday, I was creating around 2, 3 jobs, and then I was building 5, 6 teams. I was literally playing with the Jenkins. And once you are very thorough and fluent with the configuration, how to download, install, and set up the account, and then how to create new job, you will enjoy like anything. So let me go to the, let me sign in. So it will ask you for sign in, guys. So let's sign in. One, but let me close it and start once more. Maybe some issues with the, let me start it once more. Like this is one time configuration only. So, but once you set it up and set the password and set the username and password, uh, the next time it's going to be starting, then you can even save the password and everything in the browser itself. So it's going to start within a minute. Within a minute, you can start creating the job. So yeah, so we got to the dashboard. See, so anytime you get any issues, you can close the current server execution. That is the Jenkins batch file. You can close it and restart. That is the advantage of WAR file over the custom installation, where you can start and stop. You can have a stop Jenkins also batch file. You just Google and get the command line code for stop Jenkins, and you can have start and stop here, so that you can easily stop and start the Jenkins at your own will. So here I have logged into the Jenkins case. So once again I'll recap before I create the new job. Um, First we went to the jenkins.io, and then we clicked this download, and then we scrolled down, and then we downloaded the generic Java package, that is WAR file. And once that the WAR file was downloaded, we also I have provided you this Jenkins. Um, I have provided this Jenkins.zip file. This you can unzip it and then put it in the C column. C column, you can create one Jenkins folder, and then you can put the contents that also contains a Jenkins.war file and these two additional batch files. So so we have to make sure that these three files are in C column Jenkins. Then I proceeded with double clicking the start Jenkins, which is nothing but java-jar jenkins.war file in running in default port 8080. If you want to run in a different port, it's going to be HTTP port 88181 or some other port number. So this is the accurate way of starting the Jenkins, and you can also include a stop Jenkins also .batch file, which I will include by the session. By the time session happens, I'll have one stop Jenkins also. I add one README document also, where we can follow the steps. Here itself we can know what steps should be followed. And once I started the Jenkins server, I got this Jenkins up and running. Jenkins is fully up and running message. Then I went to my browser, and then I typed localhost 8080. And then once I type localhost 8080, I got this page to unlock Jenkins. The first time, this is a one-time procedure. Unlock Jenkins. I have to go to this C column program file Jenkins secret initial admin password, and I have to copy that password and paste it below, which I showed you in the screenshot here. Initial admin password text file. just right click edit and you copy this alphanumeric and paste it in the unlock Jenkins, and then you click continue. For now, you need not install any plugins. You can skip plugin installation, or you can just click install plugins and you need not select any plugins, and you can go to next. And then it will ask to create a admin username and password. Here, you carefully give your username, password, write it down, in another separately in your phone or in a note, um, username and password, and then you save and continue. And then once more check your local host and the port number, and you save and finish case. That's about the initial Jenkins installation. And once you save and finish, you can just click start using Jenkins, or you can close the browser and once again type localhost 8080, and you will get this page. You will get this page where it will ask username and password. And once you enter the username and password, you will get to this page. This is called Jenkins dashboard. So few of you might have already been working with Jenkins, but for those of you who are new to Jenkins, this is the Jenkins dashboard. This is the dashboard you'll be every day, like almost every day, you will be visiting 5 to 15 times if you're an automation engineer working in a critical project. So this is the place where you will be creating all the Jenkins job. It will be auto triggered. It will be auto triggered daily basis, weekly basis. The reports are generated. The everything is configured and auto triggered from this place, this dashboard. So make sure you're comfortable with all the items here. By end of the session, you will be comfortable with most of the items here, and also you'll be knowing how to create the job and so on. So once you are comfortable with the Jenkins dashboard, first thing after you land into this dashboard is to set up the um, global tool configuration. So before you can create any Jenkins job, you have to set up the global tools configuration. This is the most critical. So from here, watch very carefully. Like these steps have to be done accurately. Otherwise, your build will not be successful. It will throw error. So global tool configuration. So Jenkins, as I told you, it's a continuous integration, continuous development. So we have already downloaded the Jenkins.war file, started the server, and then hosted the server. We have opened the Jenkins URL in localhost 8080, and then so here once the dashboard, once you land into this dashboard, after you log in with your username and password, you have to click Manage Jenkins. Manage Jenkins is a very crucial link where a lot of items which need for so for the Jenkins to successfully execute a Jenkins job, there are background items which need to be set, background configuration. So all this configuration like plugins, Java, Maven, software connection, and Allure report connections all need to be uh, um, all need to be set up in this Manage Jenkins. So let's go to this Manage Jenkins. So click the Manage Jenkins, and then don't fear all these things. Like just scroll down first, as I told you in the screenshot, global tool configuration. So there are many things like the most common things are global tool configuration and manage plugins. These are the two important manage Jenkins links which you are going to work and set up. So in order for your Jenkins job to work, we require Git plugin, Maven plugin, Allure. If any reporting is a reporting plugin, and then if you are using pipeline, it should be pipeline plugin. So only when you install that plugin, those options will come. I'll show you in detail how to install the plugins in the coming just in another 5-10 minutes. But for now, and in global tool configuration, we have to configure the location of Java, Maven, and Allure report guys. So unless the Jenkins knows where your Java Maven is located, it's unable to execute your job. So we have to open this global tool configuration, and then you can click JDK installation, and then here you have to put name equal to Java home. Like how you set your environment variables. Only when in the environment variables, if you set Java home and Maven home, it will know where Java is located and where Maven is located. Similarly, Jenkins is completely blind. It doesn't know where Java is located. Just we have deployed the Jenkins in the server and you have started the Jenkins server. Now we have to inform the Jenkins in the global tools configuration that here is my Java home, here is my Maven home, here is my Allure, and so on. So this is compulsory step. Only then when you create a project, it will automatically look for this JDK and execute the Java. And similarly, it will look for the Maven and execute that Maven. So Maven. So this Java home you have to put in the name. I have clearly put in the documentation also. Add JDK, you have to click, and then this JDK name you have to put Java home, and in the here in the Java home we have to put the location of your JDK. In the part one video we have, as I covered, we have put in the Selenium underscore student the JDK 1.8.001. So this is your Java home. So this you can copy and put it in the Java home here, and you can say save, apply. So this is the first JDK. Okay. So three things compulsory in global tool configuration for initial Maven project: JDK, Maven, and one reporting, either it's extend or Allure. I have chosen Allure. Our client uses Allure for last 2 years extensively. We have executed around 1 lakh around 1 lakh test cases. So we have used in Allure only. So Allure is also a very good reporting tool, automation reporting tool. So this is JDK, and then once you set up the name and Java home, you can scroll down and you can find Maven, guys. Maven. Click Maven installations, and then again similar to Java, it has its name and Maven home. Name you can give Maven home, and in the Maven home section you can give the Maven home. That is here again I showed you. In Selenium Sunil we have the Apache Maven 3.5.3. This is the Maven home. So this Control C, and then you will be pasting it in the Control V. That is Maven home. So we are completed with Java and Maven. Then we can scroll a little more. This option Allure command line will come after you install Allure plugin. By default, Java and Maven is available, and once you install the Allure plugin, you will get this Allure command line option. That I will show you how to install the Allure plugin. You can imagine this like a template, guys. The more plugins you add, more options start appearing in the global tools configuration, in the project configuration, and so on. So for now, I just assume that the Allure plugin is installed. You will be clicking this Allure command line installations, and here you just put name as Allure, just ditto what I did, just put Allure, and then you can click install automatically. For Allure plugins, they have this option to install automatically. It will download from Maven Central directly the version 2.1. You can select the version, latest version. I have put for now 2.13.3 Allure, and you can check this install automatically and put Allure. So once you set up these three configurations, you have to click apply, guys, apply, and you can click save. Okay. Once you click save, you will come out of this Jenkins tool configuration. So before I come out, which hope you guys are very clear. Jenkins is like we have just started the Jenkins. It's very blind. It doesn't know where Java is located, where Maven is located, and where to download the Allure. So you have to specify where the Java home location, the Maven home location, and the Allure which version to download from where. So only if you put these three options and click save, Jenkins will be in a position to execute your Java and Maven commands, which you are going to give in your project configuration. Otherwise, it will throw error saying that JDK is missing, Maven is missing, and so on. So save it. Okay, so we have successfully done this setup of global tool configuration. So this is a key step before we can start creating any jobs, guys. Okay. So once you are in the dashboard, first global tool configuration, then the next step is the manage plugins. We are going to add the plugins required for the project. So let me go to the plugin section. So initially it will be very difficult. You will think why so many things are required. But once you practice it again and again 5 times, 6 times in the coming weeks, walk through this video and go through this installation document, then you'll once you get fluent, you'll be able to although there are many steps, you will know clearly when to do what. So now the next thing, once we set up this global tool configuration, is to go to the manage plugins. Why manage plugins? Because there are various types of projects, there are various types of reporters. Every project is not same. Every project, say every client has its customized requirements. Like our client requires Allure report plugin and Maven project. Another client may be require Cucumber plugin, Cucumber extend report. So based on the client requirement, we have to install the plugins accordingly. Whatever the client project requirement, that plugins has to come. So I'll show you what there are. Basic plugins are GitHub and Maven plugin, and these two, Git and Maven plugin, has to be installed, and then you can proceed with installation of customized plugins for your client. There's Allure plugin, and you can also proceed with the pipeline also. So 4 plugins I would have put. Yeah. Pipeline plugin also you can add. I'll add that pipeline also. I'll show you guys in here. It's very simple. So once you, as I showed you here in the Jenkins, you are in the manage Jenkins. Manage Jenkins, we completed global tool configuration. Then the next step is to manage the plugins, install the plugins. You'll be clicking manage plugins, and then you can click available section, and then you can search whatever plugin you want. So as I told you in my screenshots, Git plugin is compulsory. GitHub plugin. This plugin integrates GitHub with Jenkins at 1.29.0. You can install other related Git also, but GitHub plugin is compulsory. So if you type GitHub plugin, GitHub, see, here anyway I've already installed, so it did not come, or it will come as installed already. So there are very many varieties of GitHub plugins. Just install those plugins which I showed you in the screenshot. GitHub 1.29.0 and accordingly Git client, Git server, GitHub, and GitHub API. These 5 Git plugins are compulsory. Why? Because in our project we are going to read from the repository, GitHub repository. If you are going to use any other repository, you have to install that plugin. Otherwise, Jenkins can't fetch the project code from that particular repository. If I install GitHub plugin, Jenkins will know how to fetch the project URL from the project from that GitHub repository. If there is no GitHub plugin installed, it will throw error saying that unable to extract the project from the GitHub repository. So GitHub, our client uses GitHub repository, or in the sample I have used GitHub repository. So you are going to install these 5 plugins, Git plugin. So you see in the install section, just search. You can just say Control F also, Git. You will get these plugins. So these plugins, make sure you install them. Okay. So these 5 plugins, 5-6 plugins. Okay, get these 5 plugins compulsory. And then once you install Git, GitHub, Git server, Git client, and GitHub API, then we have to go ahead and install Maven, because we are going to execute a Maven project. If you remember, guys, in part 1 also, Maven project, I showed you how to create, how to check in the Java project or Maven project to the GitHub, and then how to make the project available in the GitHub. So in order for the Jenkins to perform those actions which I did manually, we require this Maven integration. So only with this help of this Maven plugin, Jenkins will be able to automatically execute the Maven commands, because Maven commands will be providing in the Windows batch area command section, or in the goal section, and this plugin will be required to execute that Maven command. Otherwise, Jenkins won't be able to execute the Maven command. It will say unknown command Maven. It will return that error. So similarly, I'll show you Maven. So Maven integration I have installed already. So you can just see the screenshot Maven 3.1.2. Same thing, you can search it here in the available section. You can search, and in the side, the left and right hand side corner, in the available place, you can just type Maven. If you press enter, the list of Maven commands will come, because a lot of plugins available. So you can find it in here. I think usually like yesterday also I typed Allure and then it came. So you can type in this right hand side and then you can find that plugin place. Okay, maybe I already installed, that's why it's not coming. So because it's already installed, so otherwise it will be the available section. So here if you say, see if you say Maven, that Maven item should come. Yeah, see here I typed Maven and then Maven came. So that is the concept. So in the available section, search for Maven and install this Maven integration 3.1.2 as I showed you in the documentation. And once it is installed, it might require a restart of Jenkins. You can do a restart of Jenkins. You can just close it and then again you can type localhost 8080 and you can come to this page and Maven will be installed. So that's about the GitHub and Maven plugin installation. And additionally, we are going to install Allure Jenkins, that is Allure plugin. This is for reporting. So 4 plugins are compulsory, at least in our demonstration. GitHub, Maven, Allure, and Pipeline. Pipeline, future topics in the session I will cover. But Pipeline plugin also you can install. So Allure Jenkins plugin, just search for in the available plugin. You can search for Allure Jenkins, Allure, and you will get that Allure Jenkins. You can say install, and it will be installed. 2.28.1. Just a ditto whatever I showed in the screenshot. Same thing you can install. So these 3 plugins are now installed, and additionally, if you're interested, you can install the Pipeline plugin. So if you click Pipeline, so there are many Pipeline plugins. You can install all of those Pipeline. Whatever says Pipeline 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I have installed all the Pipeline so that I don't want to miss on any of the Pipeline plugins. There's some 12 Pipeline plugins. You can install all of them so that you have all the Pipeline options enabled in our Jenkins. So with this guys, I hope you are clear with the plugins. So Jenkins, I know it's very tough initially. Go to the video once more, again and again, practice it 4 or 5 times, then you will be clear how to manage the plugins. Plugins have just these 4 tabs available and installed. Once search it in the available tab, and then once you install it, there's an install button in the right side corner. Once you click that install, it will install and it will automatically restart your Jenkins. And then it will come in the installed section. You can come back to Jenkins, manage Jenkins, and then you can come to the plugin manager, and then you manage plugins, and then you can see whether your plugin is installed. You can just do Control F also. The browser search also will be fine. It will locate the plugin for you. See Allure, Maven is installed. GitHub, Git is installed, and then Pipeline. Make sure your all these 4 plugins are installed. Okay. In reality, you might be installing 55 plugins. So there are many plugins available in the market now in the Jenkins. So These are the 4 plugins I showed you, but in the customer environment, you might require 10, 12 plugins, and each plugin suite will come with 2 to 4 plugins. Like Pipeline has 2 to 4 plugins, GitHub has 2 to 4 plugins. You can install all of them, and once you install, it will be available in the installed section, installed tab. That's about the Jenkins. And so guys, you are clear. So we have done 2 major steps. So I call it as foundations. So in order for Jenkins, after you start the Jenkins server and create the accounts and land into the Jenkins dashboard, these are the 2 important steps you have to do. You have to configure the global tool configuration and manage plugins. Global tool configuration, you provide the location for Java, JDK, Maven, Allure. The manage plugins, you are going to install the plugins required for execution and configuration of your project. Just thoroughly understand what project you are going to design. If it's going to be a Maven Allure project, you should have, and then if your code is in GitHub, it's going to be a GitHub plugin, Maven plugin, and Allure plugin, along with Pipeline plugin. So 4 plugins. These are the 4 common plugins. Additionally, if it's a Cucumber, you have to install Cucumber plugin. If it's and then if your reporting is extend report, it will be extend report plugin. Okay, guys. So you have to Google and find out how to install that particular extend report plugin or Cucumber plugin, and then install those accurate versions accurately. Okay. So that is how we have to set up the plugins. This is the crucial foundation. Without plugins and the global tool configuration, your job will not run. You will configure, but you cannot execute. You will not get build success. So that's about plugin and the global tool configuration. Next, guys, is now we are ready to create our sample Selenium Maven jobs, guys. So we are successful. We have downloaded the Jenkins.war file. We have installed. We have launched it. We have created an account. We have entered our username, password. We have installed global tool configuration and the manage plugins. We have installed 4 critical plugins for our current Selenium Maven setup. Now we are ready to create our Maven Jenkins job, guys. So in order to make this things very easy and playable, as I showed you, I have given you this will be already, like, these files will be already in your in the session. You will have all these files ready. You need not create a fresh Maven project. I have created a Maven project, working Maven project. I've created, and with Allure report, so that you can view the report also with parallel execution with additional. So whoever guys who want to see how parallel execution works in Jenkins, that will be advantage for you. This has parallel execution enabled also. Selenium Jenkins Allure and Cucumber CMD. That is a Cucumber Java project also I have given. For those of you guys who want to know how to execute a Cucumber Java project in Jenkins in command line in Java. So this I have given you. So you can just so this package, just unzip it. You can unzip it and put it in uh, probably you can put in the C colon itself. Like you can say Control C, everything you can put it in the C colon itself, because you know that I'll put this also on the you can have the documentation. So we have everything in the C column. So I'll give you the complete package Jenkins. You can unzip it and you have all the sample jobs, everything here. So now all you have to do, guys, is to unzip this Selenium Jenkins Allure extract files. So once you extract file, it's going to ask you to extract this location. You can extract it, and once you extract it, you can open your Eclipse. In the Eclipse, you can by now most of I showed in part 1 also how to import an existing Maven project. So importing a Maven, if not importing a Maven project is very easy. File, import, and then you go to the C colon location. So import Maven in Maven existing Maven projects and click next. and then you'll be browsing that C colon. See, you can browse to that C colon. This piece is that C colon, C colon, C colon Jenkins, and here is where our project will be available after extraction in the Jenkins. You can open it, click OK, and the POM file will come, and then if you click finish, your project is ready appearing here. So see, I've already done it, but it's in a different place for me. But in your case, you just extract it and import it here. So this is our project. Let me extract it here, so no problem. It's not going to hurt much. So we'll be extracting it here. Just extract it. So my project is ready here, guys. See here, Selenium Jenkins Allure. Just double click it. Why I'm putting it here? So that it's easily you have the war file, launch bat file, and the project which you are going to execute based on this Jenkins war file. And you can put the documentation also, so that in future, if you want to know how to launch it, all the documentation, the URL, the sample execution, Maven and Java project, everything is available. In future, any more sample projects you are creating, you can add the project here also. So one place for Jenkins, you have to keep it, and don't disturb this folder for 2 years and 5 years. Okay, so that is the concept. So that you can create 50 projects, 50 Jenkins jobs. You can simply keep on building. So in order to create 15 floor building or a skyscraper with 100 floors, your foundation has to be strong. That is the concept. So these are the foundation things. So keep this foundation very strong so that you can build 50 jobs, 50 Jenkins jobs, 50 50 plus Jenkins jobs. So that is the advantage. So now I unzip it. So this is the project. This has parallel execution, everything enabled, and then I have put an installation document here also. You can run it in local directly. I have given batch file to run it in local. I'll show you how to. So once you have this Selenium Jenkins Allure unzipped, you are going to import it in the IDE, and then you are going to do one more step. That is, you are going to put this code in the GitHub. I'll show you that also. It's also a little bit tough, but once you get fluent, it becomes very easy. You can very easily import the projects. You can unzip it. You can put it in the GitHub. I'm going to open my GitHub account, guys. Okay, see, I've already opened it here. Let me sign out and open once more for you. So once you type github.com, I've already covered this in the part 1 video, how to create a GitHub account, guys. GitHub account creation is very simple. Once you type github.com, it will ask for username, email, and password for sign up. Just click sign up. Once you click sign up, it will ask you for it will verify your email. And once your email gets a verification link, you double click that and you have username and password set. Now then you can come back and click sign in, and you can enter the username and password which you just created. And if you say click sign in, you will get that GitHub account. So creating a GitHub repository account is just matter of 5 minutes. Within 4 minutes, you can create an account, verify the account, and log in back to the GitHub account, guys. So here, and once you come here, we can click new repository, because you are going to create a new repository, and then you can say Selenium. See, Selenium Jenkins. Okay, Selenium Jenkins session. Ditto, type the same thing. Or to make it a little bit, because you can type this name, guys, Selenium Jenkins Allure, because that is the easiest one. You need not change any POM file or anything. Selenium Jenkins Allure. Same thing, whatever you see in the screen, type it Selenium Jenkins Allure. and then you can type some description. It already exists coming because I've already created, but if you're creating first time, this message will not come. You can go ahead and say that Selenium Leo, okay, and then you can click initially to the readme and you can say create repository. The repository will be created, and then once the repository is created, it'll look like this case. Your repository. Every software I'm showing you become very fluent in Jenkins, Selenium, Jenkins, Allure. So, once you get the repository here, all you have to do is clone this. See this clone. I showed you in part one also how to clone and have it appear in your Eclipse IDE. So you click this clone URL, Control C, and then you come to this package explorer and then say file. I told you before to import a project, right? So you can import a project, but before importing, if you can do this step first, that will be easier. So you can clone this, copy this clone URL, and then say file import projects from Git, and then click clone URI, and then if you put your Selenium, and if you click next, and then you will click next once more. Here it's coming already exists because you already cloned it. So first empty this directory if this directory is not empty, and then you can click finish, and the repository, the with that readme, that read just a readme.md file will be present, will be imported in your package explorer. Then you can go ahead and copy the contents. So once it is available, see, once they import the project, whatever you see in this square bracket is from the repository. See, it is saying that Selenium Jenkins Allure is the repository name, and this is the master. Master is the branch name of that particular repository. So any repository has branches. So master branch, developer branch, feature branch, and so on. So by default, it's a master branch. So once the firstly, if you import the Selenium Jenkins Allure repository, it will look like this. Just that you with that README file, but these files will be absent because we have not committed anything. So then you can say right click, show in the System Explorer, and you can copy and paste the contents of this whole contents. You can copy, you can paste it from the C column, like C column I showed you, right? C colon Jenkins. I have kept you this sample Selenium Jenkins earlier. This whole thing you can control C and you can paste it here. Paste it in your current you can copy it and paste it in the current. This is the current location. That is the you can paste it in the this location. So initially, once let me repeat once more. You have created a GitHub account and you have created an exact repository called Selenium Jenkins Allure, so that you can easily you can ditto execute the Maven Selenium project. So keep it exact Selenium Jenkins Allure, and then initially there will not be any files here. Only that clone will be available. Click the clone link, and then come here and then say file import, and then you will be importing projects from Git. So Git projects from Git, and then you will say clone URI, and then you will be pasting the clone URL, and then click next, and then you will be finishing. And once the repository and the branch name is available with this README file, you will be going to the location. That is how to go to the location. There is properties also. You can go to right click properties, and then you can go to the location. See, this is the location where that repository is now downloaded. You can go to that location where the repository is downloaded, and you can paste the code, the complete code contents from your C column. That is C column is where I provided you the contents of Selenium Jenkins Allure. You can copy this and paste it in the Git location. That is a repository. And then, as I showed in part one, we have to say right click team commit, and then it will be in the unstage changes. You have to pull it and then put it in the stage and put some commit message saying that put some commit message saying that sample commit or initial commit, and then click commit and push. So this I showed in part 1 how to check in the changes. Here currently I will so that is a process. So it will all, once you put all the files in the git location, that is the repository location, uh, from the local to the git location, and it will all appear in the unstage changes. As I showed you, you can pull all those files from unstage to stages, and then you have to type the commit message saying that initial commit, like that you can give. This is also very crucial, guys, how to create a repository, how to create a GitHub account, how to copy the files from the local to a Git repository, and then check in the files to the repository. See, this is commit and push button is there in the right side corner. So you have to click commit and push. Once you click commit and push, it will appear here. Currently I'm here doing replace with help because I don't want this to be committed. So once it is committed, it will appear here, guys. Once you do refresh, it will come here with the commit message. See here, commit message. Like 10 months ago, I committed. 16 hours ago, I committed here. With the committed message, your codes will appear here. So once this appears, we are ready for our creation of Jenkins job. So Jenkins is ready. The global tool configuration is ready. Plugins are ready. And then we have the GitHub ready. We have a sample Maven project in GitHub ready. So I know it's very tough, but try to understand the video in parts. Get fluent with each of the every part. Like first part is installation, second part is configuration, starting of the Jenkins, and then configuration, pre-configuration of the Jenkins job requirements. That is the global tool configuration and manage plugins. Then the next part is how to create a GitHub account, and then how to create a Maven, how to download, clone the GitHub account to local to your Eclipse, and then how to copy the contents of a Maven project which I gave you in the local to your GitHub repository and check in the code, and then have the code available in the master branch of the Selenium Jenkins Allure repository. So these are the 6 items. Be very fluent with these 6 items. These are each of the 6 items. As an automation engineer, you'll be doing every day 10-15 times. You'll be checking in the code, checking out the code. You'll be executing a Jenkins job, viewing the report. So what all I'm showing you, I am doing on daily basis 35 times. So 20 to 25 to 35 times you will be doing these items, like creating a repository, checking to a repository, checking out from a repository, creating a branch, merging a branch, executing a Jenkins job, viewing an earlier report, and so on. So these are what all I'm showing you, these are critical automation engine processes. So be very fluent with these processes. Okay. You should be able to explain to 4-5 people more. Like that you have to prepare. Like that you have to, that much fluent you have to become. Okay. So now that I have created a repository, now I'm ready to I can configure my project to read the Maven project from my repository instead of my local. Directly, I will provide this URL to my Jenkins. Jenkins will come to this repository, and it will take these contents and then create a temporary workspace and set up the project, extract all the contents from here and put it in a temporary workspace, and it's going to execute. So let's see that. Next step, the 7th step, like is the next step will be to create a sample Jenkins Maven job. So now we are ready to create a Jenkins Maven job. So let's go and create a Maven job. So again, we are come to the Jenkins dashboard, but this time we have all the foundations ready, 3 foundations, the global tool configuration, manage plugin, and our repository also is ready with the project. So now we will click new item. Once you click new item, you can type some sample Selenium Jenkins. Okay, Jenkins, and you can put Allure because you can put Selenium Jenkins Allure, and then you can click Maven project. You have to click Maven project. I'll put one Maven project, and you have to click OK, and then the project is created, guys. Very simple. See, the project is created. As I told you, type the name, type Maven project, and the project is created. So this is the project. I'll show you what all items to fill here, but before that, I'll just save. Just to reduce the time, I'll show you already whatever project I have created, so that it's easy for you to fill it. So I showed you how to create a project, or once you create a project and save it, it will appear in the dashboard here. See, Selenium Jenkins Allure. You can even delete it. You can do many other actions. For now, I'll show you how to the Selenium Jenkins Maven project. Jenkins. So the project name will be Selenium Jenkins Allure, which you will click the new item. In the new item, you will be typing Selenium Jenkins Allure, and then you will click the Maven project and click OK. And once you click OK, the project configuration opens up, and also the project is added in the dashboard. So once it is added in the dashboard, you can once again click the Selenium Jenkins Allure, and then you can click configure. So this configuration page is what comes once you click the new project. If you don't want to do the configuration that time, you can just simply click save, and the default configuration is saved. And if you come back, if you click this left hand side Jenkins, that project is available with the default configuration. So now we can go ahead and update the configuration. This is the next crucial step. Once we set up the foundation, that is global tool configuration, manage plugins, and we have the um, GitHub project ready in the repository. Now we have created a new project, and then we have saved the default configuration. Now we are going to click configure. So here here these are the critical steps I'll show you. Here there are 3-4 items in the project configuration. This Selgens setup is what I executed successfully yesterday. So let's open the Selgens setup, Jenkins setup, and then we can click configure. So yes. So in the configuration, guys, you have selected a Maven project. Maven project has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tabs. In the general tab, the first, and there are 4 items here. First, in the source code management, guys, you have to click Git. If it is not there, you have to click the Git. And once you click the Git, this repository will be open. As I told you, we have created a GitHub project, and then we have created a repository called Selenium Jenkins Allure.git, correct? A ditto repository which I showed you how to create with the same name so that it's easy. If you have created with a different name, update this, and where you get this URL, you get the URL from here. If you click clone or download, you get this HTTPS here, this link, Control C, and then I put it in the Control V. That's it. Control C and Control V. See, and then you can click credentials. It will be empty. You have to click add credentials, and then you can click Jenkins, and then you can enter the username and password for your GitHub username and password. You can enter, and you can say add, and once you add it, it comes in the drop down. You can select the credentials. So this is the first step in the project configuration. First, you have to link your GitHub project URL and the credentials. Only then it will be able to enter this URL, enter the username and password, and clone, like it's going to extract the project and put it in a workspace, temporary workspace, and then only it can execute. So source code management is very crucial, where you have to add the git URL and password. This is the first step in the project configuration for your Cell Jenkins setup. You can create the Jenkins project with same name, this Cell Jenkins setup, so that it's very easy for you to follow. If you have got any step missing, you can come back and check. Just create a project with Cell Jenkins setup. Okay, guys. So, and then your repository name should be Selenium Jenkins Allure. Just to begin with, see, once you have a Maven Jenkins job successfully running and report is viewed, then you can modify the names of your role. You can create different repositories. You can create different names, different projects, and then you can execute. You can create configuration. But for now, first, until you get one successful Maven Jenkins project executed and report, you're able to view plugins, everything installed, Java, Maven, everything set up, Negliful tools. Just follow the tutorial ditto. Okay. Because when you have an error, you can rewind and see. You can check back to back with your settings. Okay. You can keep this, keep the video side by side, and you can validate where the error has come. So that's the advantage. So Git. So we have completed Git repository URL and credentials. Next, we will move build triggers. Currently, we will be doing manual triggers, but in future, I will explain you once we execute how to build periodically. Then the next important step is pre-step. The pre-step, if the build is by default there, if it's not there, you have to click that build. Build will be here. Pre-build step, build. In this root form, we have to provide form.xml, and in the goals and options, just copy and paste this code, guys. Clean, verify, profile, local, browser, Chrome, because we have to supply Maven commands. Uh, as I showed you here also, this is a Maven project. In order to execute this Maven project in command line, see here I have batch file also. In batch file also, you will have the same command. See here, Maven clean verify profile equal to local and browser equal to Chrome. There are some browser values we can send, and the profiles we can load, and Maven clean verify. So these are Maven lifecycle and Maven goals, which if you don't have knowledge, you can Google and find out what are the Maven lifecycle, Maven goals. These are critical to execute a Maven project. If you are going to create a Maven project, you have to know how to execute a Maven project from command line. If you want to execute from command line, you should have a batch file, or you should at least enter this command in the command line. Maven clean, go to that particular location and you enter the command Maven clean verify. You can additionally pass in parameters like profile, browser values, and so on. That is exactly what I have done here. So the same command, just the command I have taken, and then I have put it in the goals. Maven MVN is not required because already we have informed the Jenkins that this is a Maven project. We have already installed a Maven plugin, and then we have chosen Maven project in the project selection. So it knows that this is a Maven. So just clean verify the profile and the browser value is enough, and pass the POM file. So that it knows where the root POM is and what goals to execute, Maven goals to execute. So this is the second critical Maven Jenkins job setup, that is build. Then you can go for post build setups, that is email notification. You can just add a post build setup. Here it will be email notification. You can click it and then you can check it. You can enter your email. If it's any unstable build, it's going to send email for that build. Then the fourth critical step is another Allure report. Uh, so every project, every job after the execution, if you want a report to be generated for that execution, in my case, it's Allure report. If it's extend, it's going to be extend report. Default there is just that default report is also there, but it's not good. It's customers, clients want customized report like for last few years. They don't want normal HTML reports. So if I showed you how to install Allure plugin, right? So once you install that Allure plugin in the manage plugins, you will have this Allure report option. So in the post build step, there will be Allure report option. you can click that post build action. Here, once in the path, just give earlier results. Why I will give earlier results? Earlier results is actually where they for this project, earlier results is just under Selenium Jenkins earlier. So directly you can give earlier results. Otherwise, if it's in target, then you have to say target slash earlier results. In my case, earlier results comes is set up outside itself. So I just given earlier hyphen results. See, they have mentioned also parts related to the workspace. So if it's going to be target, give target. But in our case, just follow ditto earlier results. Okay. So one second, guys. This project configuration. We have went to Jenkins before I just save and execute. Once more, I'll tell you. All I did is Jenkins new item, and then I type cell Jenkins setup. Okay, this is my project name. It's already exists. And then I click the Maven project, and then I click OK. Once I click Maven project and click OK, the configuration came up for me. That configuration, you can just save it, and then you can see the cell Jenkins your project appear in the dashboard. You can once again click the project, and you can click the configure, and the configuration once more appears, and with 1 2 3 4 5 8 tabs, and here 4 major items. Source code, because it has to know, the main project has to know where to read the Selenium Jenkins Allure repository and the credentials. So this step very crucial. I told you how to create a repository and upload the files to the repository. In part 1 video, I have dealt this creation of repository and uploading files to repository in detail. You can watch that video also, and then you can create this exact ditto repository Selenium Jenkins Allure and put the same files whatever I shared you in your local. In local, I have shared you this entire contents. You'll be copying to the repository which you have imported in the Eclipse. You'll copy the files, and then you'll say right click team, and you'll say commit, and once you commit and push, it will be available here in your repository. Once it is committed and pushed, if you say refresh, it will be available here. This also I have dealt in part 1, how to commit and push and see your code in the repository. You can check the part 1 video, part 1 installation video. So now that same URL, that clone URL, this clone URL, you are going to copy and put it here, and then you are going to say add, and then you can add your username and password, and then you can save it. Okay. So that's about the source code management. Then the second one we saw is how to set up the build. Build is a place where you have to know where to look for the form file, because the Maven project we have to tell the Jenkins where the form file is there, and also we have to specify Jenkins what is the goal you want to enter. If you the moment you talk about a Maven project, form.xml location is very important, and what goals you want to execute. Maven clean verify, Maven clean install, and any profiles you want to pass, any browser values you want to pass, everything you have to specify here. Just ditto copy, because in our project I have already enabled the profiles and the browser values in the form file. So you can directly copy this command, and you can paste it in your in your Jenkins job, that is cell Jenkins setup in your system. Then the third one is email notification. You can just enable email notification, put your email and send email. You can check these boxes. So any unstable build, it'll send an email to you. Fourth step is Allure report, post build actions. It will be available here, guys. So initially, if it's not available, it will be in the add post build. In Allure report will be there. You can select that, and then this post build actions. So post build action here, there will be Allure report. See, there are other reports also, Cucumber reports, Git publisher, and other things. Cucumber trend report. Here Allure report will be there if you have installed the Allure plugin. So you have to click that, and then this will be open. Post build action. Here, just add Allure results, because Allure report records Allure results. So the path of Allure results, just put Allure results. For our project, it comes directly in the project itself. The Allure report is created. not inside the target. So I have just put earlier. So otherwise it will be target slash earlier results. And then you are going to apply and save, guys. Very simple. So these 4 items, initially it's tedious, but the foundation, that global tools configuration plugins are all like one time. So and then even this project also one time only. Once you create this configuration, it will take initially 15-20 minutes. But then once you have the project, we can run n number of projects. See? So we are ready with the we have set up the project configuration, Cell Jenkins setup. We have even revised it. Now we are ready to build now, guys. So you see here earlier report. Once you have the earlier report plugin installed, you have a link here too. So once I execute the Jenkins job, I can view the earlier reports. That's the advantage. So see here. And also as per our document, we have done the we have typed the Cell Jenkins earlier, and then we have typed the Maven project. We have selected, and then we have clicked configure. And then I put so that you have the screen, this document also, you have the video also, if you want to know what to type there and so on. So, and see, I've given in the documentation also, you can see this documentation type, what goals and options you have to type in the build section, and then the email notification and post build actions, earlier results. I have given clearly the screenshots so that you can verify we can view the screenshots and this document so that you can accurately set up the configuration for the project, for the Maven project. Now we are going to build now. So Cell Jenkins setup build now. So just click build now as seen in the screenshot. See, I have given the screenshot also, same thing. Click build now, build now. And once you click build now, I have clicked build now. So now the project has started, the build 3 has started. You can click the build 3 and you can click the console output. You see in the console output, it's going to, it created a local workspace, Cell Jenkins setup, and then it has, see, it has executed the command, see, form.xml, I have root form, it has identified, and it is executing the clean verify local profile and Chrome has executed. And then here, also you can see here, it has checked out our clone that Selenium Jenkins earlier repository, and it has checked out from this repository and put it in the local workspace, and it has launched also. See, it is parallel execution has happened to browsers. This additional advantage for you guys. It's a parallel setup. Jenkins parallel. You can directly demo to your customers. See here. So it is executing now. So all our setup, foundational configuration, everything is successful. The plugins, the global tool configuration, the project setup, project configuration, 4 items, everything is correct, successful. If everything is successful smoothly, it will check out from the Git, Selenium Jenkins earlier Git, and then from the repository, and then it will execute our form file and the Maven command. And how it is executing, because we have the Maven plugin available in our Jenkins. We have integrated to Jenkins, and then we have integrated GitHub plugin. If GitHub plugin is installed, it will be able to read from GitHub repository, and only if Maven plugin is installed, it will be able to execute the Maven. See, it's successfully executing the Maven. It's downloading all the links as per the test case, and then also I have added the earlier report generation. So once the test is completed, earlier report is also created, and then it's available for view. So this in our client, this is the 85% of execution happened here. Only that I am running 2 test cases in my client place. It will be 400 executions, and it will be 5 threads, parallel threads. And also I am running locally. It will be running grid. So these additional items you can add, you can change, you can add it in your project configuration, so on. You can upload it to your GitHub, and it will execute accordingly. But for now, I have covered 85% of how it will be in your workspace, in your client place. This is how it will be in client place, like parallel executions going on, and then jobs running nightly. So in a week we are running, we run around, in a month we run around 4,000 test cases. In a week, around 1,000 test cases we run like this, and it runs in the night. So daily executions, weekly executions, uh, you can imagine like this. You have to know that Jenkins is very durable. The moment you have configured everything and jobs are set to auto trigger, it's going to simply run like a. Our Jenkins jobs have run 1 lakh test cases. Can you imagine 1 lakh? It's like a car. Like you buy a car, Bolero car or something, Bolero Jeep. You drive it for 1 lakh kilometers, and it's like you're exhausting the engine capacity. So it's very durable. So that's why I told you change the don't change the folder places, don't change the folder locations and anything. Keep it the Java location, maven location, location of Jenkins, everything. Don't change the folder location. The moment you set the configuration, don't change it for 2 years or 5 years. Simply execute, keep it in auto trigger mode, and daily basis and weekly basis, and you can execute 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 4 lakh test cases for 5 years. So the Jenkins grid combination has such power, such what is it, such output it has. Uh, make complete use of this Jenkins grid integrations. Keep the folder as it is. Don't add any other items to that folder. Keep those folder same name, the Jenkins folder. See, in our case, the build is success. Both the test cases are passed, and also additionally, we have generated the earlier report. As I told you, we have added the earlier report plugin. Additional build success will come. There will be finished success, additional this step where report is successfully generated to. I told you, right? Selenium Jenkins setup earlier report. So now our execution is done. We can come back to our job number 3. And here you see this earlier report. This link is available only if you have earlier report plugin installed. So you can click this earlier report and see just now we have executed 518 10:39. See 10:35 a.m. 2 minutes. Within 2 minutes, this earlier report is a little bit advanced, so clients usually prefer the packages, behaviors, what are the test cases executed, and see logs are also there. Logs, like these are the customized logs which we provide to our customers. The timeline shows, see how many um, test cases and how many threads executed, and so on. So these like a customers want at least 15 dimensions in reporting itself. So this caters to at least 15, 25 dimensions, like what time it started, what time it ended, what are the suits executed, what are the features executed, what are the packages involved. You can also add a screenshot on failure. Logs are there. The setup setup items, the parameters passed, description, test description, if any retries, any previous executions, what are the details, everything is there. So at least 25 dimensions are there, reporting dimensions, allure and extent. These are the most famous uh, reporting tools available for our automation. So let's go to our job, go back to our job. So this is your job. So we have successfully viewed our report. If you don't set up earlier report, it will be the test result. It will show that Selenium Jenkins earlier executed, and this is the package executed, and these are the 2 test cases which executed: duration, pass, and total. So this is the default result, and this is the advanced version result. That is the advanced version is the advanced version is the this one earlier report. Earlier report is the advanced version. So guys, you are clear. So I showed you how to execute. Once again, I'll recap. So it's going to be so once you are in this Selenium Jenkins setup page, you'll be clicking build now. Once you click build now, the build number starts executing, build number 3, 4, like that. And once that build, whichever is in progress, you are going to click that build, and then you can click the console output. In console output is where the place where you can see what all actions happening, how the job was picking the GitHub, the project from the GitHub repository, how it is executing, and then how it is placing the project in the workspace, that is Jenkins workspace, and then how it is executing from the Jenkins workspace. It's going to execute the POM, and it's going to execute the command, that is clean verify. Then it is going to download all the any packages, any jars required, everything it will download and start the test. It will start the, because here I have given parallel execution, so it will be starting two Chrome drivers. And because I've kept profile is equal to local, it's running in the local. If I have the grid enabled also, just that you have to start the grid, whichever VM you want, you can start the grid in that VM, and then you have to pass the profile as grid instead of -p local to be grid. It will run the test in that grid. The browsers will open in that grid, and then you will the code will be executed. The test will be executed in that VM in the grid parallel execution, and build success. So that is the concept. So this is the console output, and then once build is success, the report, early report is also generated. See, successfully generated to this particular location. So this is 85% of what we do in our client location. Additionally, you have to add grid, you have to add parallel execution threads, it should be 5, and then you have to thread auto trigger, set auto trigger mode. I think this much it will be very heavy. I'll show you how to set auto trigger. Building auto trigger is just click configure. In the configure, there is this there is a section called build triggers. In the build triggers, you are going to click build periodically, and build periodically you are just going to mention how you are going to set the build. So if you click the help section, in the question mark is the help here. You click the question mark here, there will be examples of how to set up a auto build. Like see here, if you want to set up once a day, uh, it will be HH, and then star like that. So just to go through this, how to set up, or you can Google how to set it up weekly. I can show you how to build auto trigger. Just type this. So the various articles available, you can click any of this scheduling a job in Jenkins, and you can get that code. See, like you have to type exactly ditto. You can say every 5 minutes. This is similarly you can set up once a week. So to set up once a week, you can just Google, like you can get that code how to set up once a week. You can just type, and then you can copy that and you can paste it here. So you can paste it. It will be like a basically it's 5 stars of 6 stars. Basically 6 stars, and then you have to modify the star. I think divide by 5 or h by 5, something like that. You can modify, and then you can give the commands. You can enter the values as provided in the here. Also you can verify. Once again you can verify here, and also verify you can take from the Google and paste it for how to trigger once a day. So I'll add this code also. I'll just Google after this, and then you can it'll be available in the documentation also. In this documentation, in the end, it will be able how to set auto trigger for once a day, once a week, once hour, and so on. So it's such easy. And then if once you save it, all you have to do is just keep your laptop on at that particular time. That say for example, once an hour means at 11 a.m. it will execute. Then 12 a.m. 12 noon it will execute. Like that, it will auto execute and auto generate the results for us. So that is the advantage, main advantage of Jenkins. You need not trigger it manually. It will auto trigger automatically and generate result. And you can also have the result emailed to you. Like currently I have set unstable build. but you can just Google and find out how to set up any build result. You can email also. That early report, you can have it emailed to your email mailbox. So once the auto trigger is over at 11 a.m., at 11:05 it will be available in your email, in your mobile, that the trigger is executed. In the mobile itself, you can see that the report is executed. So that is that much advantage this our Jenkins has, this build periodically. So we have covered the how to execute, how to set up the Jenkins job, how to set up the global tool configuration, how to set up Maven, how to set up manage plugins, 4 plugins, and then we set up 4 project the 4 Jenkins job configuration, and then we clicked build now, and then we have viewed the earlier report, and then from here and then we also saw how to set up build auto trigger, how to enable auto trigger, and then yeah, that's it guys. That's it about the Jenkins Maven project execution. So if you see here also, we have covered download Jenkins jar war file. We have completed start Jenkins war file. We are now comfortable how to start a Jenkins URL in port 8080. We have completed Jenkins installation. We have unlocked the Jenkins plugins installation. We did later part. We have created username and password. Then we restarted Jenkins with the username and password, completed global tool configuration, and we completed plugin installation. And then Java, Maven, and Azure. Then we proceeded with our CI/CD. That is how we created a sample Maven Jenkins job, and then we set up 4 Jenkins job properties. That is the GitHub location URL, then the email notification, then goals, Maven goals, and Maven road form, and then Allure post build action. That is Allure. Where to look for the Allure reports, Allure results. View the Allure results. About the creating Maven job. So this is the toughest part. We have completed these 7 items. Go over each of these parts again and again. Make sure you are very fluent with each of the part, because in future you are going to create a different type combination. That is, here is I'm using Java, Maven, Allure. You might be using Java, Cucumber, Extent. So this part it will change. Till step 5 it is same. So keep the location, everything in one place. Don't change the folder name and so on. Keep it for 2 years, 5 years, same place. So the port also don't or assign a new port for Jenkins and use the same port number. And then modify the global tools configuration for your customized project, and you can create your customized Jenkins project, and then you can Jenkins job, and you can execute. You can also set the build trigger, auto trigger for your Jenkins job. So hope like from after this video it will be very much easier for you to download, start, create username, password, set up the global tools configuration, set up plugins installation. It will be much easier for you. You have the documentation also, like this complete documentation here. Maven project execution, Jenkins installation, and the you have the video also. You have both the screen. This has complete screenshots, and you have the video with these two. I think by yourself you can set it up in your home place, or by yourself, like without needing much help from external. So that is thing. Now we'll finish the final part, that is sample Java Jenkins job execution. This is much easier. This is much easier than this Maven Jenkins job. Maven is the toughest. Java Jenkins job control is very easy because it doesn't require much configuration. So Java Jenkins job, before we execute, we'll once again go back to our C colon Jenkins. I have provided you Cucumber CMD Selenium. So we have covered the Selenium Jenkins Allure completely, and then the now we are going to extract Cucumber CMD. So Cucumber also you can extract this Cucumber CMD, and you have to put it in the Cucumber CMD. Put a separate location, because if we are going to execute from command line requires that there should not be any spaces in the folder names. So I have kept I have make sure that you put it in C colon CMD. Just come back to the video, set it in the video, whichever location you are seeing, guys, same location should be there. Only then it will become more durable. You should not keep changing the places because both the Jenkins, everything, like we have to provide the location of Java, JDK, and so on. So don't change the folder structure. That once you set up the folder structure, keep the folder structure like Jenkins, Selenium, um, Selenium underscore Sunil. Everything should be constant for 5 years. You can add items inside, but don't change the folder names. Don't delete any content from here. So the concept. So this Cucumber CMD is actually a Java Cucumber project which I created in the Cucumber session. Let me open the documentation. So this is the documentation for Jenkins installation using for Cucumber Java. Here also I have put the same steps, how to install, how to execute, and so on. You can go through. You can revise how to install the plugins, what all I showed you. And then once you install the plugins, here also I mentioned C, download and extract the contents and place it in C colon Cucumber CMD. So C colon Cucumber CMD, I have placed the, I kept it in Jenkins, but you can copy it and paste the contents in the Cucumber CMD in the C column. Okay, copy the contents and put it here. It's a basic Java project. And also guys, be fluent with the creation of Java project, creation of Maven projects, and execution of the Java and Maven projects in command line itself. So, so be comfortable with the execution of Cucumber and any Java Maven project. You should be able to execute from command line, that is CMD itself. So that much fluent you have to be. So only if you are able to execute the project in command line, you will be able to execute in Jenkins. That is the first law. First law of Jenkins is before you can execute the project in Jenkins, you should be able to execute from command line. If you are able to successfully execute it from command line, you can just copy that code and put it in the Windows batch file, batch command section. And if you just simply execute the job is going to execute. The Jenkins job actually replicates the command line action. The command line, whatever CMD you're execute entering, those commands will only be the same. Whatever commands you are going to execute this command from, same thing. If you copy and paste it in the Jenkins job, it's going to execute in the console output, and output is generated. So for our Cucumber Java project, as just follow this documentation as I told you, C colon Cucumber CMD. You're just going to paste the what are the feature and everything whatever I provided, and then before we create a job, we will test it in local. See, this is the command to execute that particular Cucumber Java project from local. So I opened a CMD, just open a CMD and go to the location CD C colon Cucumber CMD. Okay. C colon Cucumber CMD. Here I am going to say paste. See, I this command, that is a Java. I'm going to execute this Cucumber project in local, and here also I've introduced parallel threads, and then it's going to execute this particular feature. For those of you who don't know or not know, like Cucumber project has features, and whatever files inside this feature folder will get executed in parallel threads. So I'm going to test this execution in local command line. To execute in command line, we require Java CP class path, and then we provide all the jar information, and then there's the Cucumber API runner to execute in command line, and then I specify the parallel threads equal to 2, and then I specify the feature folder location. So once I press enter, it's going to execute in the command line itself, guys. So this I know it's stuff, but as an automation engineer, no matter how much complex your project is, be very fluent executing in local in command line. If you have like a research in internet, study the whatever that project type thoroughly, make sure that you are able to execute in local case in command line, because once you are comfortable executing in command line, you will be very thorough. See, I'm very comfortable executing command line, so now I will be 95% sure how to execute in Jenkins, because Jenkins is going to replicate your command line execution. So in command line, if you are able to type a command and execute your project, and if you are able to navigate to the project and execute the project, same thing you can do in Jenkins. See, I am able to successfully execute in command prompt. So now I will create a Jenkins project, which will be easy for me. Again, go to Jenkins and click new item. This time I will click a freestyle project itself, because Java project is freestyle project. Jenkins Java. And then I click OK. Very simple. Or I will say sample Cucumber Java. I'll say exactly what is I'll click new item. Okay, I've already created it. So the project is already there. Let me open the project. So you can create the same sample Cucumber Java Jenkins project. And all you have to do is, once you create the name and click freestyle project, you can click the configure. The configuration will open up. Freestyle project has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tabs. The Maven project has 8 tabs. This freestyle project has 6 tabs only. So that you can see the difference. And you can, for this freestyle project, just come to the build section and copy this command. I have given this command here. So I have created a project name, and then I have clicked freestyle project, and then in the add build step, I'm going to click execute Windows batch command. So in the add build step, where is it? Add build step. So general, so add build step, execute Windows batch command. See, so we have to, initially this option will not be there. So you have to click add build step. You have to click execute Windows batch command, and here you are going to put those command which you have executed in the command line. Like just 5 minutes before, I have showed you how to how to navigate to ccolon cucumber local and execute the Java command here. The same command I'm going to copy and paste it here. See, I kept it in the documentation also. Ccolon cucumber cmd Java cp cucumber bin. The same command, this copy is Control C. All this batch file is going to navigate to the folder and execute this Java cp this command, feature command. So Control C and Control V. So paste it. Control V. It's very simple. So this Java, as I told you before, all this command is doing is navigating to ccolon cucumber cmd. I told you ccolon cucumber cmd our project should reside, and our Windows batch command is going to execute Java CP, and it's going to point out to all the jars present. See, the jars are, I have kept jars here, Cucumber CMD jars, and bin file is also there. Bin is here, all the class files, compiled class files, and then thread science is showing this is the compiler Cucumber CLI runner to execute in the command line execution runner Cucumber API CLI, and then step definition I am passing Cucumber CMD, and then I'm including step definition. Step definition is the step definition folder, and this is the Cucumber feature file location that also is here. So all these details I'm passing in the Windows batch command. you can also put this in a batch file, like you can control C, and you can say here in here itself, you can say, you can create start execute project locally. Like you can create a batch file here itself. I'll create a batch file, also will be available in future. So what all you will be entering in the batch file, that same thing you can put it in the Jenkins batch, Windows batch command, and you can save it, apply it, and save it. And we are done with the saving and applying. Just we are now we have to do is build now. So once I click build now, it's going to start the build, and it's going in the console output. You can see it's going to execute same thing. See the control output same thing. What it's going to execute in the, see it has already launched to browsers, and it's going to execute those two test cases, Cucumber test cases. The same thing what is happening in the command line is happening in the console output. Java project is such simple, very easy. In order to execute a Java project, make sure you are able to execute in the command line first. In command line, what all commands you are going to execute, that you have to paste it in the Windows batch command section. And once you say build now, it's going to execute, and then it's going to build, generate the result for us. You can additionally add reporters and so on to generate, to capture the executed statistics of the executed test case. This is a simple Java project, very basic, so that which clients customers might want. So for a POC. So this is about the Java project, a sample Cucumber Java project, which you run in command line and in Jenkins. And I have given the extensive documentation here. If you miss any step, you can rewind this video, and also you can look at this screenshots, exactly where, which location, see which location, what commands to be pasted, and then how to invoke the Windows batch command, and so on. So, and where to place the Cucumber CMD, the batch file, the Java project also. So this is about how to execute, how to create a, how to execute a Java project locally, and also how to create a Jenkins job for a Java project, and how to execute a Java project, Jenkins Java project in Jenkins. So guys, we have seen two Jenkins jobs, that is Selenium Jenkins setup for Maven project, and Selenium sample Cucumber Java Jenkins for sample Cucumber Java project. Selenium Jenkins Maven setup is tougher, with involving more plugins and more configurations, and that is what is expected in client place. In my client place, I run around 1 lakh test cases, 85% the same setup, only that the number of jobs are 5 jobs, and the jobs are interlinked also. Number of test cases are like 500,000 test cases. So only the magnitude is increased. So, but you have the template is same template. This template only will be adding more components like grid, increasing parallel number of threads to 5, and then you'll be adding auto trigger, and so on. So just 4-5 more features, and then increase the magnitude. The number of the test suite is longer, and it'll be running longer also. Here it is completed in 2 minutes. It will execute in for 1 hour or 50 minutes. So that is the difference. And also in the session I'll cover about the pipeline, but currently I'm going through the pipeline. Pipeline is also very easy. In this session I'll cover once these things are clear for you. Pipeline also should be very easy. Pipeline is just addition of stages to our existing jobs, like you see here. Like these build, like there are like 2, 3, 4 sections you can add to the pipeline, and you can see commits and so on. And also pipeline plugin we have to install. I showed you in the manage plugin section, where once you install the pipeline plugin, you can have these views, pipeline views. The same job, you will see what date it ran, additional time it ran, any commits to the job, and also each stage how much time it took to complete. So those things will be available, and also little bit of Groovy, and we'll be able to have a nice pipeline configuration for your Jenkins. So that's about pipeline. Pipeline, it's I'll cover it in the session. Pipeline is like a little bit advanced, and more details are required, it's another 1 hour pipeline. Pipeline I will cover it in this session. For now, installation and the execution of the Maven Jenkins job, and execution of Java Jenkins job, and view the earlier reports. How to configure and view the earlier reports. So that's about the Jenkins installation. All the best, guys. So Jenkins has become very easy. Also, there was a struggle, and then once I built up the dimensions, now I'm able to play like anything. So like yesterday itself, I created some eight jobs, and you'll be able to configure, customize heavily for your customer needs, like be it Java project, Maven, Cucumber, Selenium, Allure, Extent. You can add n number of components. You can add grid. You can add so many items. You can customize it heavily. You can increase number of threads to 5. You can increase. You can run 1,000 test cases. You can add auto trigger to once a day, once a week, and then you can have the reports emailed to your customer every day morning, and then so on. It's very powerful tool, very durable. Number of test cases you can execute is what I say. I have measured it's like in a year you can execute 50,000 test cases. I have executed practically. Can you imagine 50,000 test cases? Which means every week I'm executing 1,000 test cases. Every month I'm executing 4,000 test cases. Correct. So it's that much durable, consistency. It's always 100%. Like there's no error or any Jenkins related failure. So any failure we get is only defect in the application. That is the advantage. So Jenkins is very reliable. It's open source, and nowadays we have a lot of tutorials available also. Here also you have the video, and you have my uh, uh, my documentation, that is a Jenkins installation, and for a Maven project in Java, you can go through the documentation. You can go through these are the steps. You can rewind this video and see. You can make sure you are comfortable with all these 8 items, guys. Thank you for watching this video. See you in another video. Thank you. Bye.
Thanks, Sunil. Thanks for the
Thanks.
detailed this one.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.